on my documentary film shoot. It's nighttime, and I'm just extremely tired. Um, I only shot with one person a day for an hour, but I just had a lot of problems, a lot of scheduling problems. I was supposed to shoot with two people a day, but my cousin, she had to move up the time of her shoot, so I had to cancel the shoot that I had with my uncle this morning. And but it turned out good. My cousin, her name is Nafari Davis. She is an extremely talented person. She is on Instagram. It's Nafari, Nephari. Uh, let's see, these quotation marks. No, not quotation marks. Let me try to figure out how to say it. What are these? Are you well? Go to www.nephari nephari.com, and you can listen to her music and see what she's up to. She's on Spotify and Instagram, but go to www.nephari.com and check her out and just see all the things that she does. She is an excellent singer, and she plays piano, and she writes her own music. So I interviewed her today, and then tomorrow I will be interviewing another cousin of mine. So this whole documentary is basically about my family. And so tomorrow I'll be interviewing my cousin Alicia. And in the tomorrow morning, I have to go to the hospital and see my uncle. He's in the hospital. So I'll be seeing him first, and then later on that afternoon I'll be interviewing another cousin of mine. And then Friday, I'm not really sure what my schedule will be on Friday. I'm basically just taking it day by day because I've been trying to plan stuff out, but every time I try to plan the shoots out, something happens. Like unexpectedly, my uncle had to be hospitalized. So, and I really want to see him because I only have two uncles on my dad's side left. My father passed away in 2024, and his brother passed away. What year was that? I think that was 2022. So there's only um, two people left on my father's side. There's only two, I guess you would say, elderly people left on my father's side, because now I'm an elder. I'm considered an elder because all the other ones are leaving. And so I think it's important for me to see my uncle Earl tomorrow, and then my uncle Clarence on Friday if possible. But St. Louis itself has a lot of history. The buildings here are incredible. Architecture. There's still some places where there's cobblestone streets. We also have the St. Louis Arch on the Mississippi River. It's just a really historical place. There's a lot of brownstone buildings here. And the buildings here and the homes here are so different from Texas. They go up instead of out. In Texas, our buildings and well, our homes are wide, and they go out, not up. So it's just interesting to see the architecture here, and most of these homes are older homes, like built back in some of these homes date back to the 1920s, or even further back than that. And just to go into these homes, I went to see my uncle Stan yesterday. I did a video, and his house has stained glass windows, and his house was built in the 1940s, and you can still see a lot of the original details from the 1940s, like his mailbox. I might have to shoot his mailbox. It's like a hole in the wall. uh, they have a front porch, and then there's the mailbox, but it's a mail slot in the wall, and it has this really cool looking face on it, and they have wooden floors, like real wood, like from way back when. He still has those floors, wooden floors. It's just a very well constructed house. A lot of these homes are just really well constructed and have stood the test of time and have withstood the weather, because they get extreme snow in the wintertime here. And it's just the history, the architecture, and the history of this city itself is amazing. One thing also about St. Louis, people don't know that this was considered a slave state. And where the arch is built, there's places, if you walk around, you'll see where hooks are, where they used to chain the slaves, and they used to chain them to these hooks when they came in on the boats, and they chained the slaves to these hooks, and before they sold them. And so that's interesting to see that. And there's a lot of artists that were born here. Red Sanford is from here. No, sorry, Red Fox is from here. He's a comedian from back in the day. Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Cedric the Entertainment, Tina Turner, she's from here. My mom used to babysit Tina Turner's kids when she was a teenager. So Tina Turner is from here. Josephine Baker. Look some of these people up. Josephine Baker was an entertainer in the 1920s, I think, until the 1970s. She was in Europe entertaining, but she was also a spy for the armed forces against the Nazis, and she was in Europe in the 1920s uh, as a dancer, but she was also a American spy. So just a lot of entertainers came out of Missouri. Um, but anyways, I know I'm talking for a long time, and I might be rambling, but I just went. Oh, and also there's a boys club here called Dickie's Boys Club. And one of my uncles from way back in the day started that boys club. He was a Negro League baseball player, and he started the boys club here in St. Louis. His name was Dickie. And so that's interesting that somebody related to me did something like that. And then I have another uncle. His name was Rob Harris, and he was a classical pianist. And he was the first black person to be allowed to play in the Fox Theater in downtown St. Louis. His name was Rob Harris. And just a lot of things that my family has done in this city. And I just St. Louis is very different, and it's a I like visiting and just seeing my relatives and finding out about my heritage. So I'm going to get off, and I hope you guys have a good day and good night, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. And so this was day 2 of working on my documentary. I got, let's see, 4 more days left, and then I'll be back in Texas. Love you guys. Bye bye.